Hello, say hi to the viewers, cat. Say hi. Oh my god. Here. Okay, I'll just get into it. But better hit that like button. So if you don't hit that like button, I will send an angry mob of SCP-001. Yes, the Guardian. You would slice your home in half and kill you, getting in like a mile radius of you, completely killing you into dust. But yeah. So I left off on the race. I kind of did some other stuff about his family and all that, but now it is cavalry battle. Cavalry battle. Oh yeah, I changed my mind on that shock absorption thing because it would pretty much be useless against him. So I'll say he gave it to Momo. Momo. So Momo has shock absorption, which would cause her to be able to tank blows. But I'll just say, because I'll say shock absorption was dependent on body mass, that more it can absorb, so it would be weak, but it'll still be strong. She can probably tank a few, like 3 hits from All Might, but the 4th one would probably limit her shock absorption and would push her back completely, hurting her. But she can, I'm pretty sure shock absorption, you can like send back the attack pressure, so she can take 2 shots. No, that would be a little too much. I'll just say 1 completely. That's how much damage she can take, because if she can take that much, then it would take a while for Bakugo to hurt her. But yeah, so she would be able to tank 1, and even she would take it, but she can release that same amount of pressure back. So yeah, in the cavalry battle, Uraraka and Momo, and Deku and Dark Shadow in this. Deku, of course, has the 100 and all that, but also, but they would have probably be more points because they have 4th place and 5th place because they got tied, so they both get 5th place, Momo and Ida. And no, instead of having, Dark Shadow, Deku, or they would have the girl with the floating gear, and Uraraka with the floating gear and 0 gravity, and the other girl has a jetpack, so they would probably be hovering over there. Deku with his airwalk too. What? Never mind. They don't need all that, so I'll say Dark Shadow back on the team because they can just use airwalk. That's why I got the name to it. Just airwalk. So it'd be easy. So yeah, they would win because he blocked off everybody in the cube. And even if somebody broke through, he would probably just reform it. So yeah. They would win in this next one. Deku versus Shinso. Shinso would have off put on him because it seems that he has like a weird quirk as he's seen and stuff like that. Of course, you would think that he just had a powerful quirk, so he wouldn't think it was a villain quirk, which Deku's quirk can be villainous. This one, they would start the match with Deku already having the warning, but the dude was bad. Shinso would be talking and crap. And so trying to get him to talk, Deku won it, but he would start walking up to him. And oh yeah, Dark Shadow is a girl, and so is Shinso. I just had to remind you. Prezi might would say the two quirks of these battlers is mind control and God. Given the description of them. So, of course, get angry and start bad mouthing him. And you gotta throw a punch, I'll say. I dare say you would throw a punch there. With Deku, of course, dodging it, or she would throw a punch. And this one, she would say, "You don't have a villain quirk, so how would you know how I feel?" Deku would take her arm, put a little pressure on it, and this is when she'd say, "Disappear." Or she would say, she would say, "Disappear." Or, "Destroy," something like that. And this one, her arm would bust open. That would freak out the crowd, but this Deku would reform it. And then he would touch her in the chest. And then he would say, "Turn to snow." Turning into snow. Turning her back. And eventually she'd be like, "What's your quirk?" He would explain his quirk the whole time. And she'd be like, "What? That's impossible. It's over 9,000. But yeah, so he would be able to. Oh yeah. But yeah, so he would win that battle. Todoroki versus Deku next after he did that tape dude wrong, man. I forgot his name. Sorry, I messed up. We don't really know the side characters' names because they're not shown a lot. Only people that we know is literally Bakio, Todoroki, Uraraka, and you can't miss Momo and Mineta because Mineta's weird. They just stick out, so you can't forget them. And Kirishima. But Sugar Guy, the tail dude, which did you guys not know, but during Season 4, whenever they get the new stats on their strength, guess what all of his stats are? B, 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 B. He gets B in everything because he's supposed to be that character that's literally standard, nothing special, regular old person. Neighbor Laser, his quirk is actually weak. Even though it's like a laser, it's super weak in damage department. But apparently he has more ways to use it. He reminds me of a Quincy though. If you think about it, uses some kind of white light to battle. And he uses an item to use it. So yeah. I'll just get back to this. But it would start Todoroki shooting a whole bunch of ice at him. And stuff like that. But Deku would of course be able to dodge this and break it with his feet. And land up there and jump down. Getting closer and closer to her. Until she would shoot a big attack and be like, that must have pushed him back. With him appearing right next to her. Or appearing above her. Saying, "Take this." Hitting her in the side, smash her to the ground. Looking like shoot style over here though. But yeah. And that would hurt her. She would get up and out of instinct she would have used her fire and shot a flame. With Deku of course dodging. And then Todoroki would put her hand on the ground, shooting flames upwards, breaking the ground, and ice shooting. It would hit Deku, but Deku would just block. And all that. But this is the question. After this, it is Momo versus um, Bakugo. Because she would be able to take down the Dark Shadow dude because she uses like a light. So it would be Explosion Boy versus Momo with shock absorption, which most of his quirk is made out of shock waves of, explosions. And the rest of it's like little fire. And if she really wants to, she can make like a whole suit and all that. And stuff like that. But she can also make grenades made out of his like sweat, like nitroglycerin, because she would probably hear like a description. But he would have a small immunity over it compared to the rest of people, not too big. But if she throws them out, like she makes those dolls really quickly, she can probably put them all over the field and have strings on them and pull them, blowing it up. And probably hit him with a shield. So, in my mind, that would make her able to, like, no, why do I say 100% smash? She can take quite a bit of damage, I'll just say that, but not too much. She can take, like, a whole round attack from Bakugo, at least. But in that case, she would win, and it'll be Uraraka versus her. Uraraka with her zero gravity quirk and regenerate quirk, which they would probably be stronger because they see how Deku's stronger, or at least Uraraka would think that, but Momo probably wouldn't. So Uraraka probably would have learned some takedown moves, but not as much that she knows during the training and all that. So she would charge, and Momo would probably pull out her shield and staff like usual. She would throw a grenade. Uraraka dodged into the side, getting hit, but she would regen. Eventually getting closer and probably touching a few rocks on the way without anybody noticing. Trying to grab Momo and then tackle her and stuff. Probably Momo would hit her a couple times, but it'll regen. After a while of grenade explosions, she would say rock avalanche with a whole bunch of rocks hitting her. That would do quite a bit of damage if there's literally like huge rocks falling on top of you, even with shock absorption, because I had to like revamp her quirk, that shock absorption again, because All Might punches is a little too much. But yeah. But it would hit her. After a while, it would start building up like damage onto her, and then eventually it would tie. But I'll say, or it wouldn't tie, because Momo can still take damage without regenerating, but she would take less damage than normal people. But Uraraka would eventually probably regenerate fast enough where she would win. And this were Uraraka versus Deku. It would kind of just go with Uraraka trying to do moves on Deku, but Deku knows not to destroy the ground or anything, and know how to dodge and all that. But eventually she would try to get him, but he would just trip her and then knee her in the stomach, knocking her out. And that's where we're going to leave it off on this episode, or this part. Hit that like button.